MTSU sideline sports editor. And all three of us, we just got to our respective homes after a dominant showing from MTSU, I think it's safe to say.
It was exciting. It was an exciting night. Nearly 10,000 on hand. This is what you want to see every game. And it really, I was telling him, I saw a lot of people tonight seen at a normal. I haven't seen the games in a long time, so it's good to see. It's good to see old faces, and then, I mean, the performance they put on. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Darius, you were actually like in the crowd. You know, obviously we're down there. You know, you're taking photos and doing media. Obviously the score stuff. But Darius, you were in the crowd. What was that like? I have to ask. What was that like?
Yeah, just being in the crowd, that was amazing. I was by a lot of fans who they were very boisterous and very loud about every single call, no matter if the call was good or bad.
Yeah.
But you know how fans are. But yeah, that's probably the loudest I've seen Murphy Center. That I think that maybe have beaten
without 5,000 kids.
Without the kids.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like not counting that. But yeah, that was real.
I tried to think back to last year, the WKU game. At like its peak, you know, when Perrin got that tip in slam. I'm trying to think like back to the peak. Like, I don't think it was anywhere close at that time to how loud it was tonight.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know, when you look at this MT team, it's hard to not look, you know, immediately at Giddy Potts, but at his best game of the season, 27 points, 9 boards, makes 4 threes. I mean, the funny thing is that it's not really even Giddy's best shooting performance. But 4 of 9 from 3, I'll take it. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. Also like what Ja'Cory did on the boards. He had 10 rebounds.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think was our biggest factor. He rebounded the ball exceptionally well tonight.
And that's what coach has been harping him on is getting those rebounds. He wants him to take his game to the next level, and he said that you're gonna have to do that. You have to rebound. And, I mean, we know he can knock down that 15-foot jumper. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've seen that. We know he's a high flyer. He's finally getting rebounds. He's becoming an all-around player, and now he has a second double-double. And I saw a stat. He's on pace as of now to be the school's all-time season scorer. He's on pace. He's on pace right now.
That's
to break the season points. Yes, I don't know.
The single season like scoring record.
Yeah,
like,
the single season
for total points or for like average.
Total points. So far, he's got.
He was at 177 coming into the game.
Yeah, so. I believe he's on pace. I saw that on a note after the game.
Yeah, that's impressive. And you know, while the scoring rate, 71 points is very, very good for a team like MTSU. The story of this game was just the defense. The defense was probably the most tenacious I've seen in 3 years here at MTSU. Darius, let me ask you something. Have you looked up the percentages from the game? I haven't. I just want to know if you have.
The shooting percentages?
Yes. Did you look them up? Do you know how good their defense was tonight?
No, I just really looked at the points. I didn't look at the shooting percentages of the game, but I just looked at just seeing what we were just rebounding and just seeing how much we scored in the first place. I was just like, yeah, we probably played good.
I've got the percentages right here in front of me. You might flip when you hear this, dude. MTSU, and Tyler went to go get a few of the game notes just for some extra stuff. MTSU held Vanderbilt to 32.1% shooting.
Dang.
32.1. Vanderbilt, I talked to I went to practice Monday, and I talked to Coach, and he said that guarding guys like Luke Cornett and Jeff Roberson, these are big guys that step out and take threes, and, they did that time. They took 7 combined threes. Cornett coming in was the real problem. A lot of people thought would be from TSU because he's 7'1", being guarded by Reggie Upshaw, who's 6'7". But combined, those two players go 7 of 25 and 1 of 7 from 3. That's incredible defense. And Reggie talked about it after the game, and Coach did too. The key to guarding those two, especially Cornett, was getting them off the block as soon as they caught the ball. Getting them off of their spot, because if a guy like Cornett at that size, you catch the ball deep, put it up there. Put it up and in. It's really easy. So the defense really dominated tonight. So that was probably one of the most impressive defensive showings I've seen for MTSU in their favor. Obviously, Darius, we remember the Murray State game our freshman year where we shot 18%. But
Yes.
that was a phenomenal defensive effort. And let me take a look at how many.
You talk about the defense. Last game, Vanderbilt shooting, they hit 19 3-pointers last game.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Dang.
All right, you know how many they had tonight? MTSU held them to just 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Crazy.
5.
They were all weren't like most of them in the first half.
Oh yeah, I think I gave the stat. I asked coaches. Vanderbilt knocked down 3 of their first 4. Mm-hmm. They proceeded the rest of the game, knocked down 2 of 15. Like they did not make them the rest of the game. And
the second half was MT's, man.
The second half was all MTSU. You could just see the energy. Like I don't know if you stayed long enough to see the second half, but as soon as they came out, it was all MT.
I literally, as a photographer tonight, it was like a dream come true, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had so many of those like shots. You were just like iconic shots, and like, I mean, it was like dunk after alley-oop after alley-oop. I mean, one time here comes Giddy and Reggie. Giddy throws an oop to Reggie. 4 possessions later, here comes the 2 again. Now Reggie's throwing an oop to Giddy. I mean, and it's like it's just playing games with Vanderbilt tonight. I mean,
that was without a doubt. I'll say that was without a doubt probably the most fun I've seen MTSU ever have on the court in 3 years. They had fun, and that was like a game like tonight is like the definition of what like basketball is more than just a game. You know, you see them have fun out there, and you see this is something they're truly passionate for, and to see them smile, to see them have this success after 2 years ago was more of a rebuilding year. You know, you got guys like Darnell and Perrin in their first year here, against Michigan State. But now they're really distancing themselves from that. Like they're showing like they're not just a big win. They're not just a flash in the pan.
They're not more than a Cinderella.
Like this is the 3rd straight win they've gotten over an SEC team going back to the Auburn game last year. And these last 2 wins, like I said, Ole Miss was dominant. This made the SEC look worse in my opinion.
Yeah, it did.
Because Vandy could not score.
When you talk about Blue Raiders I'm looking at some notes now. Some Blue Raiders have won 7 of their last 12, and they've won 3 straight against the SEC. So I mean, and I saw a couple of tweets earlier. Kermit that now by some schools, he will be getting some offers very soon, and regardless of how the rest of the season turns out, you look at what he's done to these past 2 SEC opponents.
He's dismantled them.
Yeah.
Darius, I remember we were in Chili's when I showed you the score of the Ole Miss game, man. That was a crazy enough win in its own right. I mean,
yeah, it was. I still can't believe that, we just took the game over like against 2 SEC opponents. Definitely, Vanderbilt has a historic basketball team. Like I said last time, going back to Festus Ezeli and Jeff Taylor and those guys. So
talking about Wade Baldwin too, who's this year with the Grizzlies, talking about him too.
Yeah, so they historically have always put up good NBA talent. So just to go in at home and beat a SEC team like Vanderbilt is just bragging rights in its own.
It's bragging rights. It's that for sure, and it goes more I think also into what we talked about after the Ole Miss game. MT, this win proves it even more. MT is the dominant college basketball team in this state now because the Michigan State game was not a fluke. We've proven that we can go into an SEC place and go up by almost 30 to the finish like we did. We've proven that we can go into a place like South Alabama. South Alabama is a good team. People don't realize they play in a smaller conference. They're a tournament team typically every year. And we went in there and we dominated with defense and rebounding. And then tonight, it was just a perfect storm. The shooting was there. But, it got there. The defense was definitely there. I talked to Reggie earlier in the week, and he talked about how big rebounding was going to be, and we out-rebounded them by 6. That's crazy. Our tallest guy is 6'10", but I don't think Brandon Walters even grabbed that many. Like, Brandon Walters only grabbed 2 boards.
Yeah, he only had 2 boards.
Trey Williams had 10. Reggie has 6. Giddy as a 6'2" guard has 9. Here's 2 of the craziest stats. Tyreek Dixon, a 6-foot point guard, had 6 rebounds. And that's what Reggie said in the post game, is that when you're able to when you see a couple players on your team crashing the boards, attacking the loose balls, it makes other players want to do that as well. And that's really what happened tonight. Other crazy stat, Darius, I thought that Reggie actually led us in assists tonight. He wasn't, man. Who do you think led us in assists? They had 6. I'll tell you that. They had 6.
They had 6?
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue. Surprise me.
Of all people, it was Ed Simpson who led us in assists.
We talked about him earlier.
Which is crazy. Like, when you think Ed, you think he's a sharpshooter. You think he's out there to shoot threes. He plays great defense. But he's a good ball handler. He proved tonight. He's really stepped his game up too. The bench, you talk about X has really stepped up over the past few weeks. He has 6 points and when he's out there.
I mean, I'll just say it. Like, I really don't think we have a weak link on our team. At least not who we play.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone he puts on the court, I feel quite confident in their skills. Mm-hmm. I don't think I never say like, oh no, don't take that shot. Like that's really rare. Like when somebody gets open for a shot and I'm like, I don't know. Like I literally feel confident when any one of those players gets the ball, I feel confident. Like I think something's gonna happen, and like that's rare for a team. Like to think about it, like.
Darius, like we talked about a few weeks ago about X, and like he pulled up for a shot tonight. I think at the end of the shot clock, him and Ed both they made. I think they weren't back-to-back threes, but they were threes at very crucial points in the first half that really helped MT kind of spread the lead out a little bit. And honestly, MT probably should have gone into halftime with a 10-point lead. Vanderbilt got a very cheap basket at the very end there. I mean, and Ja'Cory, you saw Ja'Cory on the plays. Like, what more can I do on that play? But
I noticed
this
that
win really, and I think that a lot of people. Someone asked him when we were walking out, is this Vanderbilt playing bad or MT playing good? Good team. Luke Cornett is going to end up having a very good year. One guy who I thought, despite he didn't shoot the ball well, but he looked good out there, Matthew Fisher-Davis is he's a legit player. He's a legit 2-guard. I think that consistently, I think he's going to be exactly where Wade Baldwin is this time next year. He's going to be in the NBA. He might not be playing great minutes, but he's going to get there eventually. I think he's a phenomenal player, and he did nothing to change that about me. He did nothing to change my mind about that tonight. He played very well overall, I thought.
Yeah, he did. I'll give him his props here. He played well. He shot the ball well too.
Yeah. But moving on from that, we'll talk a little bit. We got about 3 minutes here. So we mentioned how good MT is compared to other teams in the state of Tennessee, and really right now I feel like the only competitor is Memphis. Tennessee could be up there, but Tyler, you watch Tennessee. What do they look like to you?
Well, yeah, I think they're still trying to find their identity. Rick Barnes is in his second year. I was just telling you earlier, they had a couple guys that transferred on the team this year. A couple new guys. They're not panning out. They got Rick Barnes to be a better recruiter. Hopefully recruit guys like DJ Augustine, Kevin Durant, Tristan Thompson. This guy's a great recruiter, or was at one point in his career. So that's what you hope to get out of him. Is in a few years, you get some top flight, McDonald's All-American recruits. But as of now, talent.
Yeah.
And they've inherited some pretty crappy some coaches in the past with Donnie Tyndall and Konzo. He was okay.
Konzo was actually an okay coach.
Yeah, they ran him out too fast. And but aside from that, I think
it's been a bit of a struggle.
But TSU, Tennessee dominated Georgia Tech last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
They beat them 81 to 58. Mm-hmm. Georgia Tech then goes. They knock off VCU. I don't have the score, but they beat VCU at VCU handily.
Yeah.
And now MTSU plays VCU
in the very near future. I think next week. Yeah.
So that's very good news for MTSU that a struggling Tennessee team could blow out a Georgia Tech team, and Georgia Tech turns right around and goes to VCU and knocks off VCU. But first, you got to get past Belmont. It's a big week. Next week is gonna be their last big week before they start conference play. They play Belmont. They play VCU after that.
Stayed at home, I know, and that's somewhat of a revenge game for us because I know we went down there last year and Kevin Ware, for anyone who doesn't, for anyone who thinks that name sounds familiar, that's the guy who had the gruesome injury for Louisville so many years ago. Kevin Ware really torched them down at Georgia State last year. So along the same lines, Belmont's going to be kind of a revenge game for them because I remember they came in MTSU last year. They came in as favorites by only a couple points, and MTSU ran them out of the building. So it's going to be a big week.
Yeah, you just don't go into Belmont
Belmont's a tough place to play.
Yeah, it is. That's where we graduated from my senior year. Fun fact of the day.
Really?
Yeah, that's what we had. I graduated.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, and then,
but that's at least for tonight we can celebrate. It's a great win for MTSU. At the very least, at this point in the season, they've built that resume. 2 SEC wins, a win over a good Murray State team, 2 good wins over a really good Toledo team who's always in the hunt in their conference. Reggie Upshaw said it best. The TSU game is probably the best thing that could happen because it really jolted them.
Yeah,
but
it's a humbling experience.
We'll go ahead and what's up?
I would say, and I think I also agree with what you're saying. I think this sort of solidifies it. We're the best team because TSU played Vandy and they got blown out the waters almost.
It was bad.
So that's what I'm saying. I think so, even though we lost to them, this is just saying, oh, that was just a fluke. I think this game really proves that it was a fluke.
I don't think it's a fluke. I think TSU is a good team. I think TSU is a legitimate team.
Yeah.
And they're going to compete against Austin Peay, Murray State, Belmont. They're going to compete. But
we'll see later.
It's a great win. We'll figure out, hopefully the Raiders can extend this streak. That's all they need to do right now is continue to build their resume. Who knows? Maybe this time next week we'll be talking about them being ranked. But
hopefully so. I think
we're going to go ahead. We'll go ahead and call it a night here.
Hey, make sure you go check out the recap.
MTSU Sidelines recap.
Sidelines recap has a dope photo tonight.
He did a great job with photos, for real. Dude, I don't know if you've seen it yet. Go look at it because the feature photo he got is incredible.
It's on the website?
It really is. Yeah, man.
If you see that photo and you're like, oh, and that's a dope photo, I'm gonna give that a look. I gotta get a closer look at that. 2 great reasons why you should read tonight's recap.
Aldo, 2 reasons why. All right, Darius, I appreciate you setting this up, man. But as always, he's Tyler Lamb. I'm Rusty Ellis.
Darius Horton.
Vlog, thank you for watching.
Peace.